Medicine is a trap, and let me tell you why. I'm here. I'm trying to go all the way over there. But I've come this far to this stop. I'm tired. I'm not interested. I want to quit. But I've come too far to quit now. Now that is the sunk cost fallacy. So when I was a physician associate student, I went on this placement with an immunologist. It was an allergy clinic and he was telling me about the different patients he sees, anaphylaxis, how to respond, all these just good stuff. But one thing I do remember quite well was him telling me that there was no point to medicine. This guy was a consultant. He was the top of the food chain, but looking at his face, there was no soul in it. But for some odd reason, he couldn't bring himself to quit medicine, which I found really strange. You are on top. You should be loving it. You should be feeling amazing. At least that was what I thought. So what the hell is keeping him there? There must be levels to this sunk cost fallacy. When you put in the effort to become a medical student, even if when you start, the inner man tells you, bro, I don't want to do this no more. When you look back at the effort you've put in from GCSE, A-levels to this point, it's like you've invested too much for you to quit at this point. So you crack on and you keep going. Then you become a trainee. In addition to what the medical student had when they first started and they realized they didn't like it, you've done whole of medical school, probably done your foundation year. Assuming you are ST5, ST4, the profession is beating the hell out of you. There is no joy in your life. You want to quit. But you have all this chunk of investment. Like, how can I live? Then you go on and you become a consultant. This was the final game. This was where I wanted to be. God forbid you were doing neurosurgery. Only Lord knows how many years you spent as a registrar before you became a consultant neurosurgeon. But between you, yourself, and you again, you know you are tired of this profession. But what do you do now? You are stuck. If the consultant were looking at a newly qualified doctor who is in his foundation years and wants to quit, he will tell you, bro, you've not invested enough. You can quit now and you will be fine. But in the mind of the foundation doc, bro, you are tripping. I did my A-levels. I did my GCS. I started my UCAT, BMAT. I just did the whole of medical school. Like, I'm stuck. What gets them to this point? And I think that is what someone called the mimetic trap. Most people that normally get into medicine, they were probably good at chemistry, physics, biology. And when you are good at these things, you are kind of pushed towards a certain direction. You can do engineering, you can become an architect, you can do medicine. And medicine has this badge of prestige that just keeps pulling these people. Then when you go into this environment, you meet people who are also academically talented, just as yourself, and the competition begins. You are doing your best, not because you are truly enjoying it, it's just that this is the environment in which I am. In this environment, we do X, Y, and Z. So you dedicate all your efforts into those endeavors. And by doing so, you go further and you end up as a doctor. But you've never really asked yourself if this was what you really wanted. It's just like the choices you made have ended you up here. But it becomes a sort of self-fulfilling prophecy. Because you've made it this far, the chances of you quitting are quite slim. The social pressures are one thing. Your mother, your family, and the pressures from your own colleagues as well. You don't want to feel like a quitter, so you keep grinding, you keep going. But you and yourself, you know you don't want to be here. You wish you were doing something else, but because you've invested so much, you are now stuck. The reason why I like speaking about this is because I remember I made a video about why sometimes I speak about the physician associate role as if it's the best thing next to big bread, and sometimes I speak about it like you shouldn't be doing it. That is because I tied my whole identity of what I was going to do when I grew up was I was going to become a doctor. Throughout my journey, when I failed to achieve that goal, it has always felt like I've been hit by a ton of bricks because I tied my identity to it. But as time has gone on, I've come to realize that I think it's important to decouple yourself from your own profession. Medicine is just a job and you are you. You come in and you try to do the best you can, but never confuse yourself with your profession. The sunk cost fallacy is a thing, but the perceived cost is never more than what you could gain if you did indeed quit. Don't just quit, plan, because life is real. Nobody's come to save you. Remember that always. Nobody is coming to save you. You plan your way out. But the question is, where do you go? You can have a think about it. I'll think of it myself. And if I find something, I'll come and share it with you guys. It's your boy OT, and I'm out. Salute.